What am I supposed to say? I can't see that. Well, this is the new top 5. Yeah, that's it.
Justin Harman, number 2. Push and subscribe, yeah, that be you.
Yes, let's start out this video with a thumbs up for nerds. And we'll just get straight to the topic of this week's top 5, which is reality TV shows. Yep, this week's topic is reality TV shows. Now, this is actually a topic that I was going to do probably about a month ago, but the 5 shows that I wanted to feature I couldn't all really find clips for on the internet. But now that I've successfully done it, we can do this countdown. And I know a lot of you out there are thinking, gosh, Justin, reality TV shows, they're so fake, they're so blah. Which is quite true. A lot of them are pretty boring and have pretty stupid topics. But if your feelings towards reality TV are exactly like as I just described, I'm hoping that the 5 videos that I picked will somewhat change your opinion. And no, just to be upfront with you, right from the get-go, I'm not covering anything ridiculous, such as Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Toddlers and Tiaras, Bridezillas. I'd have to slap a bitch on that show. So jumping right into our top 5, the first show is from the History Channel. And it's been on for a couple of years. American Pickers. Now the reason that I find this show a bit interesting is it's 2 guys that ride around the country who are based out of Iowa, going to houses that look like they have like interesting things out in their yard, and will go up to the owner and ask if they have anything that they might want to part with, such as old street signs, oil cans, motorcycles, cars, war memorabilia. So here's a sneak peek of a show that I at first didn't think I was going to be very interested in, but actually I have been. Here's a clip of American Pickers.
Some people call us pickers. We're the guys behind the antique business. Ever wonder where that stuff comes from? We go to the source. It's January in Iowa. If anybody's ever been to Iowa in January, it's completely roached. For a picker, it's impossible to get out. There's lots of snow, lots of wind, lots of rain. It sucks. So what do? A lot of times this time of year is I run ads in like little penny savers, things like that. You know, just trying to get my word out that, hey, I'm here, I'm ready to buy, I got cash, I'll come to you. You know, I'm trying to put a poker face on here and say, you know, and act like I'm not that interested in it, but when I saw it, when you opened the barn, I was like, man, that's a real deal. That's a real steal. I'd love to own that thing.
You know, out of all the things that my dad owned, this is one of them that I really wanted to hang on to. But if you want it, you better get it out of here before I change my mind.
This is what you call brotherly love.
Whoa! Roached it! Gotta be right back around the axle.
Found the original seats to the Woody. It's killer.
Howdy! Got the original seats!
So many people try to create this look, you know, with the old lettering. And one of the cool things about this thing, if this came to a car show with the top cut off the back and everything, people would be like, oh my God, who the hell did that to a Woody?
Now, wasn't that just interesting, darling? The next show I want to highlight has been on A&E for a good 3 to 4 years. And it follows a rock star, his girlfriend, and his family throughout their everyday lives. And that rock star would be Gene Simmons of Kiss. Yeah, man. I don't know who Gene Simmons is. How can you possibly not know who Gene Simmons is? I mean, he's one of the biggest rock stars of all time. What? Wait, you don't know who Gene Simmons is either? Here, will this refresh your memory?
You say you wanna go for a spin. The party's up and up, but not too bad. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
Do you remember him now? Yes, I realize Kiss hasn't put out an album in probably years, but Gene Simmons has one of the most recognizable faces that I'm sure you could probably think of. Besides that whore Paris Hilton. You still don't recognize him? Well, I guess to refresh your memory some more, I'm gonna have to just show you a clip from Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. So here's number 4.
This is a Gene Simmons Family Jewels. When God made me, he broke all the rules. I rock all day, I roll all night. You wish you were me, you know I'm right. And that's Shannon, my beauty queen, the finest girl I have ever seen. We ain't your next door family.
And that's why it's good to be me.
What's the point of flying under an assumed name and checking in the hotel under a fake name if we're going to drive around in this bus?
That's my friend Ken Short. He's one of these guys who wants to make a big deal, you know, because your boyfriend's a big deal.
You just blamed all this on Ken?
No, I mean, I don't mind it.
Oh, we're coming up in my favorite section of the city. Want to check out Fifth Avenue? We're going to spend a lot of quality time here, you
We
and I.
are?
Yeah.
Doing what?
We're going to talk.
No, we're not.
We're going to walk.
We're not going to talk. We're going to shop.
We're going to shop. We got it all planned out. The whole day is ours.
But tonight, Tony and Doc want to take us out to a restaurant. I don't know what they have planned, but
Okay.
But after dinner, we're free.
Oh, laughter. They say that it's the world's best medicine. However, when you have the shits, I'm not too sure that when laughing, all that moving around and whatnot is really good for you. But I do know what's really good for you, and that would be the show that is at number 3, which is Kathy Griffin, My Life on the D-List. My Life on the D-List is on Bravo. And if you're not too familiar with the Bravo channel, it's pretty much the gay version of A&E. Almost like the young and hip gay version of A&E. And even though My Life on the D-List only runs for about 2 months each summer on Bravo, it's still a major hit for the channel. It follows comedian Kathy Griffin, which I have previously shown in a top 5 episode, and her assistants. And it's not uncommon for Kathy's mom, Maggie, to make an appearance, especially with one of her best friends, her box of wine.
Okay, here's the thing.
Get out of my way, you A-list boys. My Prada shoes are as good as yours. I work twice as hard to get half as far as you, 'cause I ain't no ass to kiss when you're living life on the D-list.
Matt used to come with me on a lot of jobs, but now that he's not around, I need some new staff to pick up the slack. So I hired Tom and Tiffany. And today, my A-list size staff is prepping me for 2 upcoming gigs. The first is a corporate film for Redken. Okay, so it's a film for the Redken sales reps.
Yes.
Right?
And some hairstylists are going to be there. Yeah.
By hairstylists, you mean gay guys who worship me?
Yes.
Okay. Tom, do you know anything about this? What are Redken products, Tom?
Is it hair? Hair and makeup?
No.
Oh, Tom, you've humiliated me in front of the Redken people. Tom can screw up all he wants with Redken, but I've got the biggest gig I've ever had coming up. I'm playing Carnegie Hall in New York City. It is ironic and yet typical that in my life, a typical week in my life is I do a Redken hair product ride-along industrial video, and then a few days later, I sell out at Carnegie Hall.
Now for this 4th show, we're going to go back to the whole following the rock star and his family, showing their trials and tribulations, and even if they break down on TV and embarrass the hell out of themselves, we really don't care because it's great entertainment format. What? Rock stars cry? Oh yes. Yes, they do. Now this Rockstar Family show follows Dee Snider and his family. Wait. You don't know who Dee Snider is either? God. Roll the tape. Okay, so now that you know who Dee Snider is and that he's from Twisted Sister, and I know you're more likely singing that song because it's pretty recognizable, here is a clip from Growing Up Twisted.
Growing up twisted, growing up twisted. At the speed of light, if you blink, you could miss it. Growing up twisted, growing up twisted. Once you get a taste, you're forever addicted. Growing up twisted, growing up twisted.
I'm Dee Snider, the frontman for Twisted Sister. My music was about challenging authority and making a lot of noise. Growing Up Twisted is going to surprise people in its intensity, okay? Because not from me, I'm the quiet one in the house. People feared I would influence young minds. My family, I watch other shows, and I think everybody's pretty laid back, and that's not a criticism. I'm actually jealous that their houses are so relaxed and calm. But they don't just take after me.
Must stay focused.
The real star of the family is my wife, Suzette. My house, my family are bouncing off the walls, and it's all I can do to sort of reel everybody in and just keep everybody grounded. It's our anniversary tomorrow. 34 years ago, my life changed significantly.
I was 15, and now that Cheyenne's 13, I can't imagine at 15 her meeting a 21-year-old and dating him.
That's not happening.
Alright folks, once again, like every episode of the Top 5, we are at that peak where we are about to discover the #1 spot. You know what? I did it again. I just said #1. Granted, it's a top 5, but I'm not supposed to be counting it down. You're supposed to make this decision yourself as to which one you think is best and worst, or least favorable, or not as liked. Damn it. Anyway, after that random little tangent, #1 is a show that I absolutely adore, have fallen in love with since the very first episode, and it's a show that a lot of press said really wouldn't make it that far or be too popular. I mean, in all honesty, do you really think that your reality show that followed you and your 4 wives and your 16 kids would be too popular? Isn't that kind of like some other show that I've seen? Oh, right, it is a lot like that show, except he wasn't too busy obtaining wives. Him and his wife were just a little more busy getting it on. But this 5th or 1st, however you want to look at it, spot is not going to 19 Kids and Counting. I've probably seen about maybe 3 episodes of that show. Enough with making children already. But it is a show called Sister Wives, and it shows on TLC and is currently in its 2nd season. This show follows Cody Brown and his 4 wives, Christine, Mary, Robin, and Janelle, in no particular order, and their kids. Now, unlike a lot of polygamous families that you may have heard of, or maybe how it's kind of been stereotyped, the Browns don't commit insurance fraud. They don't try to hide themselves. They are out. They are outspoken. And they are not ashamed to show you how their lifestyle is living. And why shouldn't they be? We're in America. They should live their life however they want. But you can go ahead and judge for yourself. You could probably do that best by watching this clip of Sister Wives.
I believed in living this lifestyle. It just makes each of us better. I I expected there would be other wives. I think there's room for everybody.
I liked sister wives. I wanted the family. I didn't just want the man.
Love should be multiplied, not divided.
Polygamy is illegal. So the first question is, how come you can do this? Okay, how about you, Harry? Good answer. Is he this quiet around all of you?
Yeah, it's amazing. They've determined that it's more or less, at this point, a lifestyle choice.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, and so it's really tough to prosecute love on that issue, I think.
So you're not all legally married. You're only legally married to Mary.
Correct.
Your first wife, right?
That's right.
So the rest of you got married in a ceremony, a church type of ceremony?
Yeah, just a religious ceremony.
And that's okay with everybody?
Everybody meaning us?
Well, let's start with you.
Yeah.
You're okay with all of that? Because, I mean, legally, in a certain way, when you die, will she be the one who gets all your money?
Well, if she's fair, she'll divvy it out well.
Oh, if she's fair. Oh, yeah, that's not worth the paper it's not written on, Cody. Okay, you're not all worried. I'm just trying
honestly.
to... Okay.
We work together well.
I mean, you must be exhausted. Are you?
Just have a lot of energy,
You
I
have
guess.
a lot of energy. How do you find the time to be with all of these women?
Well, I quit watching TV as much.
Oh, I see.
I fit you in last week.
Did you fit me in last week? Can I be the fifth wife?
Now, there was one other show that I wanted to feature in this, but obviously, seeing as the top 5, I couldn't really sneak in an extra one. And it was kind of hard for me to pick between this one and Sister Wives. But I figured I had to go with Sister Wives because it was just a little more interesting. But the other one that I wanted to feature is also a show on TLC called Extreme Couponing. It's about a show that follows, well, extreme couponers, where I've seen them spend $1,300 on groceries, and after in-store deals, the store loyalty card, and their coupons all put together, they've walked out of there with probably about $1,300 worth of groceries for $45. Who the hell needs food stamps? And even though I didn't feature extreme couponing, if you want to find out more about it, just click on this link right here underneath my fingers, and it will take you straight to the extreme couponing page on TLC's website. And once again, that wraps up another episode of the Top 5. I really hope you're enjoying these. It takes me a little bit to put them together. It probably takes me about an hour to film it and about an hour and a half to edit it. And then depending on YouTube's attitude that day, sometimes up to 2 hours to upload it, and sometimes maybe an hour. Now I'm going to go and enjoy myself some more reality TV. We'll see you all next week.